But think about it from a proactive security operations center thing. There's a new vulnerability gets listed with a big CVSS score, and you need to prioritize the people, whether it's an overnight outage or a holiday outage or just a random Tuesday. What if the system was intelligent enough to pull the information from the SBOM and the VEX to know which systems had affected software and prioritize them based on something as simple as, yeah, these 8 glucose monitors are currently not in use. So you go patch them now, and then you rotate out, and then you patch these other ones. And now here are all of your affected systems that you have patched, and you click the boxes to say that you've done that. Now here are the other systems that you should be looking at because they could potentially be impacted, but they're not right now. That allows you to deploy either maximum force to get things done quickly or minimum necessary resources to accomplish the task in whatever reasonable time that you have. And that to me is the value, because think about all the time that you burn with resources researching this. How many systems are affected? Where are they? How am I going to do this? I need to put a plan into action versus having the system tell you it's going to take 4 people 6 hours to do all of this. And here's where you need to start, and here's where you need to finish.
But also importantly, there's 2 things there. One, it's not always my team that's deploying any patches. So I then have to contact the people and say, you need to do this in this time frame, right? And then the other thing is stakeholder management. That is a key part of my role because I'm security. And if they come to me and say, what about this new thing? And I'm like, bloody hell, I haven't read that email yet. That looks really bad. Versus me saying, actually, this is our plan to respond. And if for some reason we have clients reaching out to us because they say, what about this? Are we vulnerable in our system that you manage? Then we can respond back to them. Yes, you are. Or no, you're not. And this is the response. This is the actions that need to take place. Or we're not vulnerable at all, because that looks a lot better than let me get back to you.
Well, you're in a system too. The organization itself is a system. And in my experience, and I think everyone here probably has a perspective on this, that left hand knows what the right hand is doing, knows where the left foot is versus what someone had for lunch that day. And so the spatial and temporal elements of the organization, the team topologies of the organization are also something we'll have to contend with. So Tom, I think you talked about how it could prioritize. It might help us emphasize what's timely, meaning what's the most urgent, do the most needful thing first. But there's probably wider implications for other parts of the system. So you may not have a primary dependency for your team A, Tom, but Zoe may have for team B. And so that's where I was thinking in terms of who gets to go first and what is the organizational prioritization versus just my team's prioritization.
I like this. I think that, Devashri, you have done a lot of excellent work on this, just getting it to the point where it's machine readable and digestible in a spot where we don't have to guess anymore. But I'm guessing this isn't easy work, is it? I'm sure that there's a lot that goes into this. And maybe one of the things that we can kind of help do here at Security Boulevard is maybe ask the question, what can we be doing to help you?
Presently, the SBOM is designed and kept as it is. Most of the thing, if we align to an example, like we have printed the evacuation fire plant, we have framed it nicely. When exactly there is a problem, there is a fire, we don't know where is the exit, or we don't know where is the fire extinguisher. That's exactly the industry is coming from. We have everything, we have designed it, we have framed it, kept it, but when exactly the risk comes into it, we don't know where is it. We don't know where to exit. We don't know how to operate. So that's the core point of bringing a lifecycle-based framework where we have everything in place, embedded in the CICD pipeline, and understand how that can be done. Because SBOM is basically created during the release phase. Like the scanning is done, and SBOM is because we have to ship the product. There is a checklist from the client before the release that we have to provide SBOM. We have to provide third-party notices report, the license report, and that's just a check in the box. So without doing a check in the box, I want it to be practically implemented. We check it every now and then. We have a live-based approach. The AI tools are too helpful now to embed everything in the CI/CD pipeline and make it practical. That's how it is.